Welcome to the latest episode of Cut to the Chase, episode 99. We are close, and today we're going to announce that episode 100, we've got someone very special joining us. Now, it's going to be the first time out of 100 times that we actually got a guest. We're not going to say who it is because he's a special one. He's one of your mentors. I've done it one-on-one training with him, and I pay daily for it, and it was well worth it. And on the next week, you'll hear all for free. Part of us saying thank you for listening to us 100 times, but we're not there yet. Episode 99. What are we talking about today, Davis? Tell us.
Well, 99, Diego's no for German, but she's go here on Cut to the Chase. What I wanted to talk about as there's momentum coming into the market was buyers who they have that terrible strategy of waiting to see after an auction before they show their hand. I struggle to understand it, Diego. And I know that your team don't and the really good guys don't, but if you've got conditional interest, here's a couple of things. You're going to have to get used to auction.
Correct.
And you've got to show your hand before the auction. I've just come from Whangarei, where 4 of them passed in, 2 multi-offers immediately, and the conditional buyers should have been having a go before the auction. Now, one buyer I spoke to and said, hey, do you want me to negotiate a deal with you? Because I truly believe I can help get this thing, I can speed up the process. And they said, sure. So I passed it into the conditional buyer, didn't go into a multi-offer. We just went and had a chat. 15 minutes later, I'm going, well done. Oh, we didn't know we could do that.
And it's all about educating the buyer, right? Educating the buyers without playing games, but it's about creating fear of missing out. Just this is what the industry is all about. The fear of missing out as a vendor is that you might miss the top dollar. The fear of missing out as a buyer is that you might miss the best house at the best price at the position that you are and the timeline that you are. Now, something that I do, and I think we've mentioned it before, but let's mention it again. What I do on auction day, I send a multi-offer form to every single buyers that we've engaged with. And sometimes I get a reply, say, is it a multi-offer? And it's going to be, well, at this stage, it looks like we've got bidders, but we don't know what's going to happen. Most likely, if there is not a price that the vendor is happy with, it's going to be in a multi-offer. But I will let them know as well at the start of the campaign, or when the buyer comes to the property, I will let them know that your best opportunity is to give me a conditional offer so I can present it to the vendor, because otherwise it goes into a multi-offer. Now, you can only lead a horse to water, right? But if you use those words when you meet the buyer at the property and they're showing interest, and then 10 days later they get a multi-offer form sent to them, they see that you're actually talking the talk and walking the walk, not just playing games. Now, as a buyer, of course, always put an offer, conditional, unconditional, doesn't matter. Put an offer through so that you can actually show the vendor what the market is. And you might be surprised as a buyer that the vendor might engage with you. Now, of course, it's in the ideal world, that's the case for you as a buyer, and it's a small chance. But don't you rather have a small chance than having no chance? Those are words that I use with buyers.
Well, yeah, and give yourself a shot, but not disclosing, not moving. You know, it's like that. No decision is still a decision, right? Those who sit and wait, they end up compromising, buying worse hot properties for more money. Show your hand, have a go, and put it on paper before the auction, or turn up to the auction in person and circumnavigate a multi-offer situation. I'm here to do a deal. Mr. Auctioneer, I want you to go and present this to the owner why they're here or why they're on the phone. It's just a no-brainer.
And you can't blame the buyers because the market is changing, and some buyers haven't realized how faster it's changing. And you know, three months ago, it was okay to wait because most likely you will have a good chance after the auction. No longer. And here is where an astute agent is going to use examples. This is what happened at the auction last week. We had a buyer, he was waiting, he missed out because of this, and that. Now, you don't come up with stories. You repeat the story of something that has happened. But if you're an active agent, which we hope that everyone that listens to our podcast is, if you're an active agent, there are plenty of stories out there of buyers that started missing out. You know, I present an offer today of a property, been on the market for a week, over the asking price of the vendor. The vendor all of a sudden wants more money. It's okay. But these stories help me help another buyer, help another vendor when the time comes. So be equipped with the information of where the market is, have those stories, those antidotes in terms of be able to tell a story of what happened to a potential buyers, let them know what the process is, follow the process as you told them it would. And this is just good real estate. You don't win them all, you win most of them. But the reality is that the best chance you have is to just do your best. Larry Davis, that's what we always say. Do your best and just take shortcuts.
And I finish with this when I say, don't be a Remu rider. And a lot of young ones don't even know what we're talking about. They go, what do you mean? Don't be sitting on the bench. Anyway.
Episode 100, we are one away.
I
can't wait to see you next week with our guest. Can I just say where it's from? Just because it's exciting. Guest from Australia. Yeah. There you go. It's not Tom Panos, but it's equally as good, if not even better. So cut to the chase. 99, it's over. We got to 100. Next week, though.
Secrets out.
Ciao.